Customization, transparency, profit. The HedgeBetter sports betting platform is a revolutionary concept that creates a competitive advantage for every party involved in the sports betting process. We are putting the odds in your hands, cutting out the middleman, and empowering a future generation of sports bettors. Look for the HedgeBetter sports betting platform coming in 2023. In the meantime, visit us at www.hedgebetter.com, follow us on Instagram at HedgeBetter, and subscribe to the HedgeBetter YouTube channel.
Back at it again, episode 89. Welcome to Steele and Nazz, brought to you in part by HedgeBetter from our headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. Sponsored by Slide Edge Fitness and Performance out of Braintree, Mass, and also the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Love you, Patrick. Can't wait for the picks coming up in a month or so. Tonight, we had a big-time guest on episode 89 here as New England Free Jacks, Quincy, Mass's own. Well, Kyle's not from there, but Kyle Ciquera, who's a member of the New England Free Jacks team, came on to discuss the powerful sport of rugby and what the beautiful, sensational people of the community of Quincy, Massachusetts did as their fan base in the 2022 season. Guys, I'll give you the open floor. What you guys think?
What a fucking guy. Wait until you see this guy's mullet. You guys are going to want to stick around for this.
Yeah, he was great. He was great. I knew he would be the second he walked in the door. He took all our questions. We were peppering him. He was good.
Just from his nickname to, everyone's partying at the Follow House to
the surprise owners that we didn't even know about.
I've never been more sold on a team. Like, he left there, and I'm like, I really want to fucking go watch a game. I wish they were playing tonight. I'm pumped to go to a fucking Free Jacks game.
Afterwards, we talked Patriots as a couple scuffles in joint practices with the Carolina Panthers. They had a pretty good showing last week in their opening preseason game against the Giants. Talk about that a little bit, as well as Malcolm Butler out for the season with injury. Little League World Series preview. I got a heater for that one. Big Netflix documentary comes out on Manti Te'o. We have our thoughts on that. Also, Craig, you want to spin a little bit? You got a big race coming up on Sunday?
Falmouth Road Race coming up. If anyone can be down there Sunday, 10 a.m., going to be a big race. 30,000 people running. I got 10 runners myself, so big parties.
Showtime's back in action. Back to work.
When Craig invests his time in this up, man, beats the odds.
I got some news for in the back end. I'll tell you what's going on.
Here we
Beautiful.
go. Let's bounce it to Kyle here as New England Free Jacks' own Kyle Ciquera. Let's roll. We're now joined by a member of Quincy's own rugby team, New England Free Jacks player Kyle Ciquera. How are you doing tonight, man? How's your summer been? I've already complimented you on the hat, the whole mustache, just unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, it's been good. Been nice having a good little break. Haven't been up to much, but I've been enjoying it.
Nice. I read your bio a little bit, so I just want to cut right to the chase. So the bio said one of the best mullets and mustaches in pro sports. Do you stand by that?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it. I said if he didn't walk in with if he happened to shave the mullet today, I was gonna be like, we gotta kick you out respectfully. But you came to play. It's looking better than the pictures.
Oh, thanks, man.
Is that a self-proclaimed title, or was there a board voting on that?
Probably a board. I don't really play into that much. Just like being different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Respect.
Is there any?
When did it start?
Yeah. Any aspirations?
Started probably junior year of college, maybe a little bit earlier. Used to have just shaved head all growing up through high school, and probably end of my junior year of high school, I was like, all right, I just want to grow it out and see what happens. And then got to college, and I was like, all right, why not do it?
Wow.
And how'd you get started into rugby?
It was just something to do in the off season, really. I was big into sports my whole life. In high school, I was playing football and hockey, and then everyone's like, oh, you should try rugby. It's an awesome game. The big thing that I always tell everybody is you get to run with the ball, and I never got to run with the ball in football, so I was like, yeah, why not?
Let's go.
That's actually a good point.
Breaking clavicles?
Yeah.
Wait, so when did you start?
I started in
high school?
Freshman year of high school,
freshman year of high school. Where did you go to high school?
Bishop Hendricken in Warwick.
Rhode Island, right?
Yeah.
That's Rocco Baldelli.
Yeah.
Our guy Anton isn't here, but diehard Tampa Bay Rays fan, so he would have loved that.
Oh, there you go.
Baldelli was great.
So I think you went to St. Bonnie's, you played rugby there. So what kind of gave you the inspiration to play in college? And it's such a tough sport, man. Like it's different from football because football at least you have pads on. Like rugby, no pads. We're just wearing and tearing. We're going.
Oh yeah. The best thing about rugby though is they actually teach you how to tackle right, and you don't really tackle with your head at all. So less injury on your body. Nothing too. Well, obviously, yeah, you could really hurt yourself, but nothing crazy really. They always tell you cheek to cheek, so your cheek on your face to their ass cheek.
I like that.
And that's pretty much how it goes. Don't ever cross your head. You know, in football, like to tell you if you're running down the sideline and they tell you to cross your head and put it across their body. Yeah, not in rugby. Don't. That's a big no-no.
I went to Plymouth State and they had a big like club rugby team. The first match, you call it a match, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I went to, some kid broke his collarbone. Like, first 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is what we're dealing with today, huh? I'm like sitting on the sidelines. I'm like, let's go get some more Busch Lights.
Oh, that's not even that bad.
No?
Before I got to high school, or before I got to Hendricken, there was a kid that broke his face and his eye sunk into. Like that's probably the craziest one I've heard.
What do you get? Like
What's the craziest one you've seen?
He got like a knee to the right here or something like that and just sunk down.
That fucking sucks.
What's the craziest one you've seen on the field? Or,
Man, I seen some dude broke his leg.
Bone sticking through?
No, thankfully.
I hate those.
In college, one dude got airlifted. I don't remember what was wrong with him, but yeah, he got airlifted. That was pretty cool. We got to see a helicopter that day.
Did you finish the game?
Oh yeah,
Always finish the game. No matter the injury, always finish the game.
100%.
That's awesome.
Has the mustache and mullet kept you injury free, or have you had your problems on the IR?
Yeah, knock on wood, nothing too major yet. No broken bones or anything. So
There you
good.
go.
No cauliflower ear?
Not yet.
Cauliflower.
Hoping for it though.
Is that a rugby thing? Cauliflower?
Oh yeah, big time.
I thought no, it's a UFC like boxing thing. Wow.
I think it's just like, same thing. There's no helmet, so that head-to-head contact is just fucking...
Especially the guys, like, when you get in a scrum and the guys that are pushing against each other, like, you put your head in between the two guys' hips, and they're just pushing all the pressure coming through, and it goes right into your... Oh, yeah.
Because you talked about it earlier, like, football, a lot of coaches don't even teach you how to, like, tackle. I was a small guy when I played football, so I would always tackle with my head, which produced a lot of concussions. Like, how do you get around that in rugby and just not to lead with your head? Is it just leading with shoulders? Is it just going down the right areas?
Yeah, the big thing, just not crossing your head across their body, which is pretty big. Rugby's kind of in a weird situation right now, actually. All the European unions are pretty much getting sued, like what happened in the NFL a couple years ago with the
CTE.
With the CTE stuff. Yeah, so all those guys are now coming back and doing the same thing there.
You think Will Smith will star in their movie?
100%.
That guy's giving out CTE nowadays.
I could see Colin Farrell more.
They're gonna have to get someone to play you.
So,
Who would you want to play you in a
Dan
movie?
McBride.
I was gonna say there's only one. There's only one. That was the
I
easiest
love that
answer you
guy.
could have given. Oh, the best. Kenny
good,
Kenny fucking Powers.
You got Kenny Power vibes going
Oh,
on.
thank you. Yeah, that's what I go for every time.
Do you have a jet ski?
I do not.
Oh, we
wish I
gotta
did,
get
though.
you one.
Yeah,
Do you enjoy the occasional beer?
Oh, hell yeah.
Wish we had
Of
some
course.
for you.
We out of
We
beers?
fucked up not bringing beer.
So getting into rugby like later on in your life, does that bring you into the pro aspect of it? Do you watch more rugby now? Are you more involved with like players and like?
I definitely enjoy watching rugby. I like in watching like the big international games. Like so, like you have a club, right? You play for a professional side or whatever. But then you also, if you get picked, like you can go play for your country, and those are, like the big top dog games. And they're playing like a huge one right now. So South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, and Argentina. Those are like the four big forces in the southern hemisphere. And they're all playing like a round robin tournament right now.
I know. Is it Fiji? Is that the country that's just like crazy good too?
Yeah, they're good at
Yeah.
sevens. So
Sevens,
there's different
yep,
types
yep.
of. There's 15s and sevens. So that's
15s,
what's in the
sevens.
sevens is in the Olympics.
Have you ever gone? Have you ever gone to that sevens thing?
Oh no, I'm too big for that one.
Is it? I was
what do
gonna
you
say
mean?
it's probably really quick.
It's all quick.
Yeah.
It's like fast guys.
I meant like, would you go watch it?
Oh
even?
yeah, 100%.
I agree.
Those tournaments are crazy.
Yeah,
they used to
I've
have
seen-
ones in Vegas. They moved it to LA because the players were all complaining that's not a good environment for them. But
That's
It got
fair.
pretty.
Yeah, that's a fair call.
That stick got pretty wild.
Let me get to your career a little bit. So, in college, played at St. Bonnie's. What kind of gave you not just the confidence, but had to be like, oh, I can play professional rugby?
Oh man, nothing really. I just really didn't really know what to do after college. Got a degree, which I still haven't used, but didn't really know what to do. In 2019, the Free Jacks actually came and approached me, and they're like, "Yeah, we just want you to come practice with us in the fall, or in your winter break." And I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then February came around, and they did like an inaugural season before they joined the league. So they played all the Irish academies, and they got a bunch of injuries, and I just was there.
Oh, wow. Now, how did they know you? Did they just watch your games in college, or do they know a coach, or just
Yeah,
like
well, I'm
recruiting?
just a local guy. I've been playing in the area for a while.
Yeah.
Since our high school was the only school that had rugby in Rhode Island, so we'd always have to play the Massachusetts schools. So we play like BC High and all them.
That's the Rhode Island team, right?
Yeah, yeah. So like I knew the coaches prior to even coming out to the Free Jacks. But yeah, it was interesting.
And then I just wanted, this was the inaugural season, and being from Quincy, I feel like it was a big take. A lot of people went in to watch rugby, to have a couple of beverages, to get things going. So what is it like, strapping up, lacing it up, getting ready to go into Veterans Stadium on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday night?
It's cool. Like I've never played in front of that many people in my whole entire life. So it's definitely cool, and our fans are awesome. They're real rowdy. They'll start yelling at the other team.
Let's go.
Throwing shit at them.
Oh fuck yeah!
Love that.
Why did I not know about that this team was in like around?
Well, I was gonna say, like,
Did you guys know? Did you know?
No, I originally didn't know, and then one time I'm driving past Veterans Stadium, and I see everyone in the rugby kits. I see everyone drinking, partying, having a good time, tailgating on the street was packed. I was surprised how many people were at these games originally, and then I started looking into it, found out we had the rugby team.
So it just started. When is rugby season even?
Yeah, our season's we usually report in January and play till about June. The year before, we actually started in March and played to August, which kind of sucked because we play a bunch of South teams and West Coast teams, and yeah, it's not fun playing in that hot heat. Yeah.
I was going to say, how is like the traveling? Because I know you guys aren't too high funded, like the league. So how are you guys like getting from city to city? You guys are playing all across the country.
Oh yeah, we'll plane.
Yep.
Take a plane.
Yeah.
It's not like we're in a private jet or anything.
Yeah.
But we're in coach. It's a nice little
perfect.
nice little flight.
Couple waters, couple coffees, get it going. Yeah.
Get there a day before the game. Then you play the game, get on the plane the next day, go home.
Any tough environments to get into? Like you get there and it's like, wow, this is a true road game.
ATL, Atlanta's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Like it's just
where the players play.
Heat, the heat is just crazy there. New Orleans is a swamp. It literally is a swamp. You'll start sweating before you even
That
run.
place sucks.
It's tough.
LA's pretty cool. Like you play in the Coliseum, but there's not a lot of people that go there, so like it doesn't feel like there's a lot of people. They probably get around the same as Veterans, but since it's such a huge venue, you don't really
It's
feel
like a high school championship game or something, at least around here.
Yeah.
Usually like the two sections in the center.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like a Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you guys always be at Veterans? That's not changing, is it?
They signed a 5-year lease.
Okay.
Which is incredible. So this is the story. So the lacrosse team, so the Quincy
Boston
Cannons,
Cannons.
Boston Cannons, they did a $1.5 million renovation on all of Veterans Stadium. This is so Quincy, by the way. They stay here for 1 year and then they leave. So now the high school and everything has a $1.5 million put into this brand new stadium. And then the Free Jacks come on and why
Reap the
not?
benefits.
Come in, let's make it
Oh
happen.
yeah, we didn't usually play in the nicest place before this, so it's a huge upgrade.
It's great.
Do you normally play on turf or?
Yeah, well, it definitely meant to play on grass.
Okay.
Like, it
Yeah.
hurts.
Oh, those burns.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, getting tackled on that probably sucks. Thought that with all the
And
pads.
some of them are like, some of them are just like sand sheets, and it's not fun.
We like to promote local businesses around here. The rumor has it the Fowler House is the New England Free Jacks bar. Is that true?
Yes.
Unofficial. You heard it here first.
Some great steak and cheese egg rolls there. Oh, Phenomenal.
So what are some of
Shout
the
out
guys
the
that you
bartender Wolfie.
what are some of the guys like you play with? Like who is some of the guys on your team that you like either have
yeah.
a good relationship outside of the play?
We had a guy, Bodine Waka, from New Zealand, played for the All Blacks. It's a pretty big honor. Unfortunately, he already signed a contract somewhere else, so he won't be back here next year. But, yeah, we got a bunch of guys from Europe, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia.
So you get all the demographics.
Yeah.
So some of these guys know how to party. I can
Huge,
only
huge
imagine.
oh, yeah.
And you're getting players, too, who play in your season and then go somewhere else and play
Yeah,
in
so,
another season. Yeah.
So you can have up to 10 guys on your game day roster out of 23 that are foreigners.
Oh, wow.
That don't qualify for U.S. or Canada. And you can actually trade spots, too, for other guys. So you could trade players for, like, a foreign spot. So you could have 11 guys on your 23 that are from somewhere else.
Are they the only eligible ones to be traded?
No, anyone can get traded.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the,
Traded for
Would you be pissed if you got the boot?
Oh,
got
100%. I don't know. I've never left. I've only left New England for college, so like it's up in the air.
Where
you know?
is St. Bonnie's? That's Pennsylvania?
Yeah, kind of. It's like
Yeah.
20. It's in Western New York.
Western New
middle
York.
of nowhere.
oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, over near Erie.
Yeah, what if they
Yeah.
if they sent you down to the swamp? That would.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you might have to
Lose
try,
like-
you might have to buzz the mullet off. You'll be fucking
We'll
dying.
definitely have to get you a jet ski then. But you guys had a phenomenal season, right? You guys finished in first place. Just tell me, the highlights of the year. And, I already asked the question about going in there for the first time. But, going throughout the year, you had some up and downs. But, just tell me about it.
Yeah. So we brought in 2 new coaches this season. And really, yeah, we had one's South African, one's New Zealand. And they usually don't really mesh well. Those two types of. They have different influences and everything, different ways of looking at rugby. And actually, we got a really good melting pot of everything, pretty much. And I think we brought in a lot more guys. Like the year after COVID, we only had 33 guys on our team, and this year we had 50. So we were in constant competition, and I think that's what really pushed us to have a good record. Unfortunately, we didn't win the whole thing, but.
And for people who don't know rugby, it's 15 people on the field, right?
Yeah.
So, you got 50
Jesus.
people competing for 15 spots plus subs.
Yeah.
So that's
What do those guys? What do the rest of the guys do? They're just chilling on the sidelines all game.
Well, no, you sit up in the stands, but the day before you're running a good amount.
Yeah.
And if it's on a away game, you're running a lot.
wow.
Because obviously all the staff is not there, so they just have someone come and run you till.
Staying loose?
Oh yeah.
Staying
And
loose.
for people that also don't know rugby, so are there different positions? Like, are you a specific position to someone else on the team?
So there's a prop, there's a hooker, there's 2 props, there's 1 hooker.
You'd be a hooker, man.
Locks, 2 locks, 2 flankers, an 8-man. So that's the forward. So there's 8 forwards, and then there's 7 backs. So there's a scrum half. He's the guy that usually there's a ruck too. It's continuous. So he'll be the one picking up the ball at the back of the ruck. And then you have your 10. That's pretty much what it's called. I don't even know another name. You have 2 wings and 2 centers.
And then
What are you?
for score, yeah.
A prop. Big guy. Yeah.
And then another question is for scoring too. So I know it's try for so obviously 3 points out of T score, and then you have a field goal after.
A try is 5.
Okay, 5.
And you have to place it. You have to place the ball down and score. So if you go over the line, it doesn't technically count until you place the ball down. So you can get held up, which kind of sucks. Because that's now you're not your ball. Used to be you keep the ball and you had a 5-meter scrum, and now that you have to do a drop kick. The other team does a drop kick from behind their goal line. And then so try is 5, and then you have to kick it from where you placed it. So if you place it all the way on the end of the try zone, you get to kick it from that angle. And then you can kick off a penalty too, and you get 3 points.
And what's the kick after the goal too? What is it?
It's like conversion.
Oh, just conversion.
Yeah.
How many
I love
points is
that. I just think it's so fascinating. Like
That's 2.
you have to,
so it's 7. Yeah.
you have to kick it from like wherever it's like landed.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
if
like
you're all the way to the
football
right,
where
it's literally like this much of a margin.
And then
Yeah.
you can drop it in the game too. You can drop kick it, and that would be 3 points, like a Doug,
little
or-
duck
Yeah,
floaty.
Dougie Flutie,
like
yeah,
that, like that.
the drop kick action.
Have you scored before, or is that not? Does the prop guy not really score?
Yeah, it doesn't really score, but rugby's unique. Like everyone just has a certain job, and whoever scores. Like, I'll be happy whoever scores.
Yeah.
You know, as long as I do my job
It's all,
right.
all about the team.
Yeah.
So what was your record this year?
13-3.
13-3. So you guys finished were you guys in the championship or in the playoffs? Or?
We had a first round bye, and then we had the Eastern Conference Championship, and that's what we lost in.
And Adam said before, like going around the country, all these different places, like different arenas, which ones are tougher? Is there a rival that you guys have that stands out, or is your like hardest opponent?
Probably New York now.
Probably New York. Why? Because that's who bumped you out.
Yeah.
And what's the name of their team?
Rugby United.
Yeah, fuck
Fuck Rugby
New
United.
And they play in Jersey too. It's the
Oh,
worst.
they're not even New York. They play
Our
at
fans,
MetLife?
our fans heckle the hell out of them.
Oh,
They
good.
call them the Rugby New Jersey Roosters or some shit like that.
Good.
Like, we're absolutely going to one of
We'll
those
heckle
games.
them. We'll heckle
after
the hell
coming.
out of them.
I'm a Free Jacks guy.
Oh, you got to be a Free Jacks guy.
I wish we could have had merch right now.
We didn't even bring up your nickname. So your nickname is the Eagle? Is that
Yeah.
it? Where does that originate from?
So when I was in college and I started playing for the Free Jacks, I was flying in and out from school, and I was the only American guy in the hotel with all the foreign guys, and they thought I was the true American inspiration for them. They thought, this is what America is right here, this guy. And so they started calling me the Eagle.
Show him the tat.
Yeah,
You
I was
do
gonna,
look
I was
like
gonna
a
say,
man.
I got a bald
Shut
eagle. I got to show you too.
You got
I love
to,
that
Kyle. You got to get
You
this thing.
gotta get it.
They'll love it.
Oh, hell yeah. That's sick.
That tattoo needs to
You're
be
a
on.
good
I wanted something on my back. That'd be unreal.
Dude,
See?
you got to go to
bet.
my guy, Drew Tats, best in the city.
Do it on the back, and
Nice
you won't
plug.
be
I
copying.
can set you up. We can get a consultation
Oh, hell
going.
Would you do it?
100%.
I'm
Let's
so
go.
glad that those.
It's like my next tattoo I really want to get, so.
I'm so pumped that those guys think that that's what America's representing. 'Cause that is wholeheartedly what I
Do
Do you
what I
ride,
want
do you
everyone
ride a
else to
Harley?
Nah.
think. We're getting you one of those. Too.
Just mullet, drinking beers all the time.
Speaking of that, yeah, let's get that hat off. Let's get a little loose in here.
Wow. That thing's buzzing.
Freshly cut today.
Freshly
let's
cut
go.
for us.
Oh, yeah.
Any plug barbershop?
Oh, man. I always go to 968 The Shop, but that's in Cambridge.
Cambridge?
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of a drive now.
Do you wear what kind of product are you using there?
Oh, nothing. It's all
Literally
natural.
nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
You've never
Shampoo,
nothing.
conditioner, that's it.
I think he thinks you're lying.
I don't. That's more
Honest to
American.
God. Honest to God.
What's
Do you
your
have a lady? Do you have
Yeah.
ladies
Yeah.
with the mustache? You
Got
have a lady?
Well, I have a
Okay.
girlfriend, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I was gonna ask if the mustache ride thing ever works. Yeah, but
What's your off season look like? Like you in preparation, or you just kicking it with a couple Bud Lights, Coors Lights?
What's your beer choice?
Beer choice is Busch Light.
Oh, that's it's even better. I said that earlier. I saw your eyes light up too. I'm
Yeah.
like, that might be the one.
But usually after the season ends, like we'll have a big drink up. Obviously, like it didn't go the way we wanted to, but you still just get around everybody. You have like something called a kangaroo court session, which is pretty gets pretty rowdy.
That's when everyone calls each other out on their,
Yeah.
like flaws.
Yeah.
I've been attendance in one of those before.
really,
Yeah, up in Nichols College, they would do one every Sunday and be like, "Hey, you pissed the bed, throw $3 in the pot," and one guy'd be like, "Dude, you literally fucked my girlfriend. Like that's $5."
kangaroo court.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that-
yeah. And it's
like
an all day affair. Like you can't do anything about it. And then you usually go off on your own thing. This year was actually pretty interesting. So we had like a theme for our team. We based it off Money Heist. So we all got a boiler suit, and we had to get a name from a place of significance or whatever. So that's why if you saw us 40 guys walking around Quincy in red boiler suits, that's what it was from.
That's awesome.
And then as a front row, we did a thing called Spud Day, so we all had to grow our own potato. And then at the end, we weighed them all. So we did like a whole day, like we went to everyone's house, had a drink, snacks or whatever, and then we weighed all our potatoes.
That is so
Mine
funny.
was all 5 grams.
5 grams.
What was the biggest
It
one?
was, I think, like 23.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Some must have been growing in those Wheaties.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
some-
he's using HDH.
Yeah.
You guys have a mascot?
Oh, yeah.
You do.
Oh, yeah.
What is a free jack?
Oh, dude. Technical term, it's like Paul Revere is technically a free jack. Like, he's like the guy,
Oh, okay.
like someone that would report that the British were coming.
Got to open up the history book.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's what your mascot kind of guy is, like
Oh,
a Paul
no, we
Revere.
got a
looking-
totally different mascot,
Okay.
man. We got a Sasquatch looking guy. His name is Woodgie.
Woodgie?
Woodgie. All blue. He looks great.
Does he-
The kids love him.
Does he talk shit to any other mascots?
Nah, I don't
No,
think
it's not his gig.
Not a lot of teams have a mascot, man. Like Utah, they got a cat. It's pretty funny. He comes out on a motorcycle. It's pretty badass.
That is pretty bad. Yeah, all right, I'll give you that. You said cat, I was like, on the
He's
motorcycle.
like a puma.
man.
He's like
Yeah.
a black puma.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
your guy like literally dressed like wears a Sasquatch
Oh
costume?
yeah.
Oh,
You can
must
buy
be
merch
dying.
too. You can buy the merch too. We got a light blue, sky blue T-shirt with his face on it.
I think
got
I've actually
socks.
seen. Now that you say that, I think I have seen him when I was like driving around.
You got
you
socks,
mentioned.
shorts, you name it.
It's so funny.
Now you-
I don't know how I didn't know about this going on at all.
Oh, no, yeah, great stuff. Free Jacks have really, the year of 2022, Quincy, Mass. Free Jacks.
This is our first year we're
fucking
playing in
bang.
Quincy.
Yeah,
Just
so
so you know,
I,
we used to play.
I'll allow, but I still shouldn't. I feel like I should have known that this.
Where'd
was
you guys
happening.
used to play?
We played at Union Point in Weymouth,
Oh, really? Okay.
and then that's why I say it's like a huge upgrade. Like we used to get changed in like tents. Like it's yeah,
Because they got turf, right? Like the Union?
yeah. They have a brand new turf field.
Yeah,
a couple years old.
I played indoors there before. Not rugby, but another sport. But that's a good venue too. But I do get it on the whole, getting the fans involved type of camaraderie at Veterans Memorial Stadium there, which is great to see. Do you have any Quincy memories of going out after with the boys or any
Food spots?
Food spots. We like to like I said, promote local businesses in there.
Yeah, every day we'd always go to Cafe Gelato.
Cafe Gelato. All right.
Yeah, right off of Hancock Street. So that's where our headquarters are, is on Hancock Street.
Oh, really?
Where that
Yep.
Bank of America is. We're right in there.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of guys like it's called a flat white. It's like a latte pretty much. And they'd always go in there and try to order a flat
I
white.
know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
And then the Italian guys would be like, no, we don't have flat whites. We have cortados. And then everyone would go in groups and keep asking for flat whites until eventually he just cracked. And he goes, we don't sell flat whites, only cortados. He lost it.
I thought you were going to say he changed the name. You're just like, fuck it, I'm calling it a flat white.
That'd be even sicker.
I'm trying to think. McKay's Diner, that was
Guys,
Oh, yeah.
guys, good one.
good
Yep.
breakfast spot there.
I remember you guys were playing in a game down in Texas or something because you guys been playing Texas.
Yeah, Austin. Yep.
Austin. And I went to the Foul House with my buddies. It was during the March Madness. And we go and sit down. I think we bet on a college basketball game. So we're sitting down eating dinner. And all of a sudden this group walks in. And it's just full of Free Jacks fans. And they turn all the basketball games off. And they put on the rugby games. And at first I was a little down. But after watching, a couple minutes, I was just like, all right, these people are bumping. There's girls all coming around. This is a party in here right now.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a real party.
That's what all the guys do. And if they want to pick, they got to go to the watch parties. Yeah.
Let's go. The watch.
yeah.
So the watch party's at the Foul House.
Oh well, it changes every time. But
Oh, wow.
They usually do it at the Fowler House. Yeah, they're a
Nice.
sponsor. So
Do you guys have like a fandom? Is someone like in control of the fandom as far as the Free Jacks go?
what do you mean?
Is
by
there
that?
like a group? Is there like a super fan group that like
Oh, yeah,
holds
yeah,
court
yeah.
for
Oh,
that
yeah.
community?
We
Is
got
there a
we got
president?
the Jacks Rangers. They're a great bunch of guys. Oh man, they really bring it every
Yeah,
week,
so
man.
that's your core team of like
Oh, yeah.
support.
That's always been the dream, though. Like the mount there, the basketball courts. Like we grew up in high school wise. That's where we drank before. So we've always wanted a pro team at Veterans Stadium, so you can tailgate at the mount and then go right in. So now Quincy has it, and I couldn't be more pleased with it.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
one of our guys, he's a local guy from Haverhill, Cam Davidowitz. He went to Plymouth State as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, his dad drives down like a 30-person bus, and he has a huge tailgate. My parents do a huge tailgate.
Nice.
And there's like beer in the. They usually do like a beer festival before the game, whatnot. So yeah,
This
it's a
is
great time.
This is must attend stuff.
It must attend stuff.
Grab your season tickets.
And most players have like a job on the side?
Yeah, in the off
Yeah.
season definitely.
In the
yeah.
off-season,
unless
yeah.
they're still playing.
Yep.
Most
Nice.
most American guys, yeah, they'll definitely get a job or something.
Nice.
like
Would you
that.
ever be interested in playing overseas?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Is that money's better there, man.
Yeah. Have
Yeah,
you ever gone
Stick around
approached?
here. Stay here one more year so we can watch you here.
Oh,
But
no,
then
you're
do
good.
whatever you
You're
want to
good.
do.
Does anyone ever approach you, or have you ever tried to like reach out or like see what the process is for that?
I went to New Zealand for 3 months. Right after I graduated from college, I came back here, played another game for the Free Jacks, and then went to New Zealand for 3 months. Went there because they told me I had to go there, but it's like crazy experience to
Yeah.
like that's like the Mecca, like everyone wants to
100%.
make it there. It was cool, like cool to see like how different place it is. It's literally a different world. See all like the Hobbit stuff and whatnot. Was promised a contract going there for the following up season. Then when I got there halfway through, they told me I wasn't going to get a contract. So I flew back here, got a job, played more rugby in the fall, and then I did a whole month of just not working, just went to practice, not getting paid. But yeah, and then someone got hurt, and I was able to fill in.
Unreal.
Let's go.
So
That's perfect. Everything happens for a reason.
That's how it all starts. Happened for Brady.
Yep.
Happened for Kyle.
How much rugby do you play year round? Like, how do you ever take like a month off and just like?
yeah, right now I'm not really doing anything, but I'll start back up again. Like
Do you, like,
we
do-
already started practice again for like the local club in Malden.
I feel like it's a good sport to like. Yeah, you got to stay in shape, but like to not go through the wear and tear for 12 months a year.
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty brutal. But it's only like even all the other guys from everywhere else, like they're all constantly playing. Like that's literally their livelihood. So
I didn't even ask like for game day. What's like your? Tell me like there's a game at 7 o'clock on a Saturday. What's your preparation going in there? Any pregame rituals, or is there something you do, or even the team does?
just wake up whenever, pretty much. Get a good meal, get a coffee. Last thing I want to do is think about the game. Like that's the worst thing I can think is possible. Like you just tire yourself out thinking about it.
Crack a bush light.
Yeah. Calm the nerves down.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And then we all meet like a couple hours before, have a meal. That's pretty much it.
You don't do any. What do the All Blacks do? That their little
The
routine.
haka.
That you guys do anything like that?
Nah. Sacred dance, man.
Something to
I was
think.
gonna say, I feel
that's
like that'd be
fair.
disrespectful. It's
Well,
like for the dead and for.
Are they out of New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the New Zealand national team, yeah.
Gotcha. And you said that's like the Mecca. That all the best players are
Yeah.
from there.
So that
Yeah,
guy
pretty
that
much.
came from there, was he just an absolute monster?
Yeah, he's sick.
like
he's
just
unreal.
like was he big, fast? Like
Oh, he's fast. He has it all, man. He was a sevens player.
He
so
doesn't
played,
have a mullet.
Nah, he
oh,
does
so
not.
yeah, so he was very quick.
So he's very quick. Had great skills. Came here because he didn't have really any. Like that's how a lot of guys get here. Like they kind of either messed up some way down the road, or they just want to keep playing, or there's nothing out there for them, and they're trying to get another shot. And yeah, he carried our team pretty much the whole year. He won MVP of the league. Yeah, he was unreal.
Good guy to have.
Yeah.
So like, what's the biggest skill in rugby that you can't have?
Oh man.
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
Either passing or kicking. Like if you have passing and kicking, you have to have someone that can run your team around the field. Like the guy that plays 10, he's pretty much the quarterback. He kind of dictates what everything happens. If you don't have someone that can read and have vision around the field and take you places, like you're not going to go anywhere.
I was gonna say, is like IQ a big part of it, where everyone
Yeah.
thinks it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
like just hard nosed.
It's a huge mental game, and it's all strategy and possession, and there's different ways to go about it. So our whole thing was we want to kick them the ball because we know if we play really good defense in that's what it's called, a phase. So when everyone makes a tackle, like when someone makes a tackle and then it gets passed out of a ruck, like that's one phase. So if we make 4 tackles, so 4 phases, they'll kick us the ball back, and we'll have a better chance of attacking because then their defense isn't set up. And we had a huge emphasis on if we get the ball and we turn it over, we're gonna play. Like a lot of people, they want to kick down the field because no one's back there. But if we play, their defense isn't ready, we'll get a mismatch somewhere. So
That position you were talking about sounds exactly like a quarterback. My next question: any player in the NFL that you would want on the Free Jacks? Just like one in particular. Are you a
man.
big football guy?
Oh yeah, I'm a huge football guy.
Oh, let's go then.
Well, Nate Ebner, he played in the Olympics.
That's an easy one, though.
He's also a part owner of the team.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Him and Chung.
Oh, do they come by at all?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Got pictures
That's
of them.
sick.
Patrick Chung, great player.
Met both of them. They're both really good
Yeah.
guys.
Is Ebner still playing? He was playing for the Giants last time I checked.
I have no idea. to be
No,
honest with you.
yeah.
So
I mean,
is Patrick Chung also just involved with rugby? Like, what's
Yeah.
him getting involved with that?
he comes to all the games, or at least the majority of the games. Like come and talk to all the guys.
Nice.
We every game we have like a vault that we have to open, and we have this huge safe in the team room, and if we get this one goal or whatever, we get to open the safe. And he bought us all like Bose headphones that are like custom free jack thing. It was actually pretty. It was
unreal.
the best
What an
gift
owner,
ever.
huh?
Yeah.
Sounds like the Robert Kraft of the rugby world.
Yeah.
He's learning. He's learning.
Yeah, learn from the best.
I'm trying to think. Would like someone like Josh Allen like be a good rugby player? Like he's huge, or is he just like a target?
I mean, yeah, he'd be like a lock, so he'd be like a second row. So like he'd be the ones that get thrown up in the air and like a line out. So when the ball goes out, the way to restart the ball, you throw it in. Someone gets lifted in the air. He has big size, so I think he'd put him there.
Yeah, I feel like Tom would just get smoked. Tom Brady.
Oh yeah,
You know,
100%. He has no speed.
no
I mean,
speed.
what else is he gonna do out there?
I think Bill would have a better chance.
What's your 40 time?
Oh, I have no idea.
No idea.
We don't do that.
No,
Just
Is
say-
there a
just-
combine for that?
I was gonna say just say 4.5 and move on.
I wish.
Yeah, do you guys like have a combine or like is there like what's like the workout process?
So
for,
like
getting
there's
to-
like a fitness test that everyone has to do. And it's called a Bronco. So it's 20 meters and back, 40 meters and back, 60 meters and back, and you have to do 5 rounds of that. And you try to get it under the best time. So there's time frames for every position. Have not come close to my time yet for my position, but that's all good. It's
we'll
a
get
hard.
there.
We're working on it.
We're working on
We're
it.
working on it.
I always really ask this question to athletes closing out. Like, what do you want to get your full fulfillment out of this sport? Like, have you got it already? Do you want to get to a certain point, or is it more of a team thing where you want to win a championship?
2 parts to that. Well, I've never expected that I'd be here in the first place.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's been a huge accomplishment. And where I've come from, not really playing at all to now starting and doing all this stuff. So, yeah, definitely that's one big goal. That was one big goal when I started doing this 4 years ago. Like, that's what I wanted to do. My dream is definitely to go represent my country, well, USA, and play in a World Cup, which is a huge thing. But, yeah, they might get DQ'd this year, so who knows?
DQ from what?
The World Cup. We lost to Chile in aggregate. Yeah, not the best.
Well, maybe they'll
And
DQ
now we're
everyone
in-
so that you get a good spot the next time.
They're
around.
in this thing called a repertoire, so they play a round-robin event in November in Dubai.
So it's a
And
tough-
whoever
tough
wins
go.
that makes the last spot in the World Cup. So hopefully they can do that.
Sounds like the Hunger
Yeah,
Games.
that sounds like an absolute
Yeah.
bloodbath.
Yeah.
Are they good? The US?
Compared to who?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're still
Comparatively to the other
there's
teams of the world.
There's 3 tiers in World Rugby, and we're a tier 2 nation.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of the
We
pack.
still haven't won a world. We haven't won a World Cup game yet.
Oh, okay. So.
But the World Cup's coming here in 2031, I think.
That's
to the
your
States.
time. That's when
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it-
hope so.
Manifest
I
it now.
hope I'm still
Manifest it.
playing.
I think I'm
You
not.
will be.
I'm not a big like soccer guy, but I think a lot of people in this country know where like USA Soccer stands at, and like in spans of the world. Like, would rugby be around the same thing, or you think a little over or under?
I mean, I think at a point, like I think rugby's huge. Like rugby's the second most played sport in the world.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
Maybe top 5. Let's just put it at top.
I like
5.
2. No, leave it at 2.
right,
I like
all
that. I like that.
But like I think almost every college has a club. You can find a men's club pretty much anywhere you are in the country. It's just like we need to progress past that. I think the MLR is starting to do that. But like we're only in the 5th year, so like we're still growing, and I think we're making a big push for this World Cup in 2031. So there's a lot of plans going around that. So I think we could. Everyone always says like USA could be a sleeping giant because we have all the best athletes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows?
That's why, like, I talk about my past with, like, Plymouth State, and I just saw those guys rally around, a big club. They had a rugby house, and it just seemed like there was a lot of pride and tradition. And I don't think it's really speaking too much of the school itself. I just think it's speaking more towards the sport of it's kind of like a brotherhood.
Oh yeah, there's a
family.
huge camaraderie
Yeah.
in it too. Like you could go and fight someone on the field, and then after have a beer with them. And no
best.
blood lost. You'd be best friends after. So
Love that.
That's great. Well, Kyle, really appreciate you taking the time to join us tonight. And, best of luck. We will definitely be hitting the game.
Definitely.
And the snack bar.
yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for having me. It was awesome.
We'll be heckling hard.
Hell yeah.
Fuck New York.
Fuck the Roosters. Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle. 2022 is here. Do you have your resolution? Here's an idea. Make your way down to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance located in Braintree, Mass. Owned and operated by Coach Craig Kelly, you can be assured you are getting the best training around. Whether looking to improve your health or gain a slight edge on your competition, this is the gym for you. Group fitness classes as well as personalized one-on-one training are both available. Make sure to visit slightedgefit.com as well as follow them on Instagram at slightedgefitness and set up a consultation today. It's time to get fit, so let it rip.
And that was New England Free Jack's own Kyle Ciquera. Overall, great guy, great interview. Gave him a nice T-shirt on the way out. He wants to hook us up with some merch. I just can't wait to get to a game, huh, Magic?
Yeah, I want to be what did he call them? The Jacks Rangers?
Yeah, Free Jack Rangers.
I hope I work my way up to get in that crew. I can't wait to be at a game.
Would you like to be in that costume as a mascot?
I just need to see what the atmosphere is like at the first game. I think I'm going to be in love. This could be a new thing for me. Because softball's done for me, I think.
I could picture you as, like Will Ferrell in Blades of Glory when he takes off the mask and he's just pounding booze and smoking cigs.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's me.
I think a thing to take away, too, is he didn't really mention it too much, but they were the number one team in their league this year, and they bowed out in the first game of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I think they have a real comeback season coming on. I didn't want to lay into him because, I feel like he was a nice guy. I didn't want to get that,
What did you want to? How would you lay into him?
Well, no, just be like, oh, dude, you guys were the best team all year and you lost in the first round.
No, I mean that happens.
No,
that happens.
No, it does happen. It's happened to the Irish pub. It's happened. But I think
if it happens to the Irish pub, it could happen to anyone.
Yeah, but I think there's big motivation going into next season. That's my point.
No,
that's my point.
Maybe it's a building block for them.
Tough they lost that guy, but.
Also, did you see that mullet and that mustache? You think I want to say that to that?
No, yeah.
And the story about the eagle, where all those foreign guys were like, "You are the eagle. You are the representation of America." That was fucking awesome.
Any excuse to rip your shirt off, huh, Showtime?
I didn't want to do it. You guys said it. If you watch I had my sunglasses on. If you were to see my eyes, they glow up. I was like, do I pull it out? Do I pull it out?
There was no way you weren't pulling that out for him. And I'm glad that he saw it and was like, I need it.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like he was like, I wanted that.
I'm definitely sending Drew Tats that guy's information. Drew, shout out.
Shout out there. So now moving on, as the football team in New England now, the New England Patriots, are fresh off opening preseason game loss. Their guys looked good. They didn't play any starters. But, going this week, they play the bums of the Carolina Panthers. The joint practices have been pretty chippy, Magic. Been getting pretty chippy. As I'll tell the story, I think Christian McCaffrey was going towards the end zone. Deatrick Wise, they said it was kind of a late hit. So they all jumped on Deatrick Wise. Someone threw him, at a fan. And then, they were all hell
like
broke.
A fan as a person? Or? Okay.
And then, all hell broke loose. It was like a malice.
Yeah, it was like taken to the sidelines, into the crowds.
I love it.
It was, and the fan ended up getting hurt, but refused medical attention, so they gave him free, season tickets or something. Magic.
I would have taken it.
I would have definitely taken it.
That's so worth it.
I would have been in a fucking neck brace on a stretch at the South Shore Hospital. You shitting me?
I mean, unless you could have made a mill on a case, you get it. No, it obviously wouldn't have been that much.
You never know.
Well, yeah.
I just think this is just so trash of a franchise. The Patriots just can't let.
Why are they doing joint practices? Do they do this every year?
Yeah, they do that.
Always with the Panthers?
No, but they usually do it with coaches who are tight. Their next week joint practices with the Raiders, which is Josh McDaniels, who's offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Last year it was with the Giants, Joe Judge, who's now coached back with the Patriots. So I don't get this whole Matt Rule thing. I know they're both football guys, but this guy's a bum. The organization's a bum. They don't even know who's playing quarterback. Whoever plays quarterback for them is going to be trash. I just don't get why the Patriots give in to this type of bullshit. And I get it. You throw a guy, you got to make things happen. But these multiple fights, the same thing happened yesterday, not to a certain degree, but I just don't get why you have to go down to that level of where the Carolina Panthers are. Because at the end of the day, I think the Patriots are a lot better team than that. I think they have a lot better future.
They're on the downward turn. That shows you they're fighting. They're inviting Carolina for joint practices. They don't even know who they are anymore.
No, I don't know.
They're confused. They're confused.
That kind of adds a little
It's not a bad take.
That adds a little optimism to me because that means they got that dog in them. They're ready to fight. I didn't see a lot of other Patriots players sticking up for that guy. He was kind of getting manhandled in the on the sideline. So
I know, and even was it Baker Mayfield was helping Deatrick Wise get out for the Patriots
Yeah.
game.
Wait, is Baker on the Panthers?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's why there's a quarterback competition
Between him and Cam?
No, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold.
What team's Cam on these
Him
days?
and Colin Kaepernick are playing on the same
Yeah,
team.
they're on the same team. No team.
Okay.
No team.
That's a bum.
Saw last week.
I love to learn during football season. It's my favorite time to learn. Figure out where everyone's playing.
Oh, and then what was a big thing too? Christian Wilkerson, who's like a 5th or 6th receiver from the Pats today, caught a ball and then got destroyed by like a defensive back, and then he was hurt on the ground, like needed medical attention, and the guy just like basically teabagged, went over him and said ha ha, and then the Patriots. That's where I say that's okay. The Patriot, like Matt Slater started the fight, and Matt Slater is like the Lord's man. He said after, he's like, no one in this game of football should ever do that, whether it's a practice or a game.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, and even Matt Rule didn't rule out of cutting the guy, because the guy was a bona fide scrub, and he finally got a hit in preseason football. Not even preseason football.
Yeah, no, that's trash.
Training camp. What a trash.
That's trash. The
Christian-
only guy who can teabag like that is the Patty the Batty guy.
Yeah.
And even when I'm waiting for him to get socked after doing that one time. That's aggressive.
He's gonna fight someone good, and then that'll eventually go down.
And when I never really saw him do it to that last fight, and I was like, how the fuck is he not getting his ass kicked for that?
Oh no, yeah.
What's he fighting at again? 145?
I don't know.
No, I think he fights at 155, and that fucking weight division is absolutely stacked. That's like the Charles Oliveira, James, what is his name? Michael. James Michael? Is that his name?
Michael Chandler.
Yeah, Michael Chandler. Like that, dude, that's stacked. That's the only other division that's more stacked than that is the 135. That's like the Sean O'Malley, Cheeto, who just fought this
Sean
weekend.
O'Malley's a scrub.
Dude, I don't know.
Smoked the yawn.
Aldo. I'm surprised Aldo's still fighting. That guy's a
Aldo's
fucking
fighting this
legend.
weekend. Aldo's fighting this weekend.
Yeah, if he wins this weekend, I think the talk is going to be in January. They're going to have a venue in Brazil. So
because Aldo's on a tear right now after being they lost. I guess we're transitioning on from football to MMA. There's a big fight this weekend between Kamaru Usman here, and he's gonna. I think he's the best pound for pound UFC fighter in the world. He's gonna be taking on Leon Edwards, who's had a pretty good track record here. He's 19-3. He's taken down Nate Diaz in his last fight. Went to a decision. But I just think Kamaru Usman's going to do what he does and beat the shit out of him.
know what I like about Kamaru Usman too? He like came up through that competitive program. You see so many people in the UFC that came from those like almost farm league team divisions that Dana set up through these like programs, which I think is insane. Even when you talk about the popularity of UFC in the beginning, that Forrest Griffin fight, they say like at the time, like the fandom of UFC was like under 1 million people at the time. Forrest Griffin fight was happening. People were like literally calling people at homes, and like the population viewership went up to like 8 million people at the time for that one fight alone. And I think that was like UFC like 183 or forever. No. Sorry, that was like UFC 83 because that was leading up to before everyone started getting into like Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir, UFC 100, which was one of the most iconic fights of all time.
Who was that?
That was with Frank Mir and Brock Lesnar, where Frank Mir was like legit the guy, like submission, savage, knockout power, and then Brock Lesnar came in from the WWE world and then came in and obviously.
Is that the one where he said I might get on top of my wife tonight? It might be. He was like, I'm gonna drink a Bud Light. Coors Light, that's a Coors Light, because Bud Light won't pay me nothing. He was like, I might get on top of my wife tonight.
I think that honestly.
It was electric. I was hooked from.
Yeah.
I loved Frank Mir too.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know about Frank Mir. I became a huge Frank Mir fan after that.
They're starting to get into these cards. Like the co-main event, I like it. Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. That should be a great fight. Paulo Costa's a big favorite, but Luke Rockhold's kind of like a legend from like how many years veteran leadership here. Jose Aldo is fighting this guy. I don't even know his last name, but the guy's favored to win. He robbed. I don't know this guy. Maybe I'll learn his name by Saturday with a big knockout. Other than that, there's not really too many to pick from. This is where I kind of hate about the UFC. If it's the last big summer card of the year, fucking pack it up.
Yeah.
Load it up.
Oh, they've just been having so many. I feel like back in the day, it would be like a UFC once every like month or 2 months or whatever. Now it's literally a couple every week. You know what I mean? They're having like Friday fights, Saturday fights.
Yeah, even the one I think in September, October, it's Kamzat versus Nate Diaz. Like that's the only fight on the entire card. And
Right.
That sucks because that fight's going to be so entertaining. I think I know who's going to win, but like there's nothing before that, and it's like let's load it up a little bit.
That last one we watched at George's, like that was stacked. That was a good fucking card.
I'm trying to remember which one was that. 276.
Adesanya was the main event. O'Malley fought.
That's what I think the next step.
It was another big.
And Volcam versus Holloway. Yeah, you had Robbie.
That's three enough big fights, and there were other fucking good ones. The good thing is, there's always a good fight. It doesn't matter if they're big.
Alex Pereira knocked Sean Strickland the fuck out. I remember that. First round, had money on Strickland. That went down the drain quick.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't fight that.
Shout out the Prototype, but sounds like we'll be at your house this weekend to watch these fights. When is this, Saturday?
He's in trouble. Yeah, not happening.
He's in trouble. Fuck.
He's in trouble.
Fucking Prototype.
He's in the doghouse.
Fucking Prototype.
Yep.
I know that talk.
We'll leave it at that. Moving on. Speaking of sadness, I had the pleasure the other day of Netflix new documentary as the Manti Te'o story came out. So just to put it in brass tacks, like easy terms, like guy got catfished by a guy who ends up becoming a tranny, ends up ruining his football career. Just some really in-depth information that, it was his fault. But
whose fault? Manti's?
It was Manti's, but it was also very, very cruel. Like, my thing I think I took out of it is he announced it because he was the biggest star besides probably Johnny Manziel in college football at that moment. So
talk about they both fell from grace bad.
Exactly. But it seemed like he was like a big star at the point, and he like told the public that he had a girlfriend by saying she was dead. And I'm like,
yeah, I forget this whole story.
But how do you have a girlfriend that you never seen before, and you can tell the public that you have a girlfriend who you've never like seen before,
especially when you're in the public eye.
In the public eye.
Because, like, you could have those when you're younger, like, your Xbox girlfriends. You're like, you know what I mean? Dumb shit like that. Girls you never met.
And, like, that's the only thing I won't give him a break for. Everything else, like, obviously we're all big mental health advocates here. The guy, it just crushed this guy. I feel like he was never the same player. Should have been a top 10 draft pick, went in the second round. Never really lived up to his expectation. And if you looked at his high school and college tape, like, this guy was a dog, like, was supposed to be like a Hall of Fame linebacker, and never lived up to the moment. But seems like he's doing better, man. But this whole thing just ruined him, and they had the whole other side from the person who catfished him, which was this guy who ends up being like when he gives the interview now is a transvestite, and
that's okay.
What? What? Is a tranny a transvestite?
Yeah, you didn't know.
I honestly don't know. I wanted to.
No, actually,
I don't want to.
No. Time out.
I probably shouldn't ask what a tranny is.
I think a transvestite is someone that dresses in the wrong way. A transgender is when you change.
Transgender. Okay, so good correction. Good.
We're gonna get canceled. This is how we go down.
I said that's okay. That's okay.
It's perfect. No, I didn't say. I didn't say.
Maybe I'm gonna get canceled because I don't know what any.
I don't like.
What is a tranny?
Come on.
I said it's perfectly okay.
Wait, quick question too. Manti Te'o actually still played in the NFL though for a few years.
He played the Chargers for 3. I think he played with the Saints for a couple, and then he played like a year for the Bears, and then he was done.
And when was that? Because he
just stopped like a year ago.
I was just gonna say I could have sworn I saw a game not too long, like a couple years ago.
And then he's dropping this for cash.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
Pretty quick. Coming quick. He's from Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Went to Notre Dame.
How was his mood in the documentary?
Really
low morale.
Really emotional.
Like crying the whole time.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
No,
what if it came out that maybe? What if it came out that
wonder
maybe
he got fucking catfish. This guy sounds weak, man.
Maybe they're really dating and like this is their like way to make a little last month.
No,
hot take.
See, that's what I thought.
He went on like all of the like they had Dr. Phil in this shit too.
He like lie detected.
Like he went on and every single one of them asked him like, I don't even think they'd ask him now, and that was only like 10 years ago if he was gay. Like I feel like you're not allowed to ask that anymore, like on live television.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, he's like far from it, like playing it off. Well, no, like he was telling the truth, but yeah, he's not gay.
Now we know. Same thing. This story could get even deeper.
He has a wife and kids now. If that
okay, yeah. So he's on the up and up by the sounds of it. Then he's gonna make good money on this. It sounds like it's already.
It sounds like it already has good traction on it.
Yeah, talk of the town.
Wife looks pretty good looking. Like.
Okay.
Was she a dude before?
Huh?
Was she a dude before?
What else do we got? Little League World Series. You're putting.
Yeah, we got a big
Adam's
here.
deciding to go fucking degen.
Want to congratulate Middleborough, Massachusetts, the Little League, making the first Little League World Series appearance from Massachusetts in I think over 13 years. So big applause for them. They lost today in the opening game where we're on Wednesday night here at the track. But yeah, I went all in on Japan. I couldn't find a book to where I could do it automatically. I had to hit up someone personally and tell them the odds and say, you want this or you don't. And they took it.
I can't wait for Hedgebetter to be around because you could have done that with them. But Japan, all in on them? Yeah, I don't hate that.
6-1, they win it. They're the Bama of Little League World Series.
Do they still curve their hats the same way?
They better. They fucking better.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Magic? Yeah,
Oh,
they literally have a fucking diamond point to the top.
No, but then they do this, like when they.
I honestly hate. The only thing that disgusts me is I don't like when Japan wins. You should always be rooting for America to win that Little League. Do they have to win the whole thing?
Win the whole damn.
Yeah, I don't like that. I would have if you picked them to win like the international pool before they.
Hey, America's not giving up yet.
I always root for America. This year's different.
Magic,
This year's different.
we gave up on the beach. We'd be speaking Japanese right now. America knows how to fucking fight. All right, pal.
I'm not worried. I'm more upset with Adam for betting against America.
Hey, betting man's not an emotional man.
But he did say he bet on Middleborough, I think, too, at 40-1 odds.
Yeah, and they lost today.
But they're not done yet.
Yeah, they're not done, but they're gonna have to battle their way through the losers bracket. And I've been in the softball tournament once or twice. It's tough to battle back.
What did you think of Portnoy's take when that kid took a ball to the face, like the pitcher hit him in the pitcher hit him last week, started crying on the mound, and the kid walked over and like was hugging him. And
personally, couldn't agree more with
Prez's take.
Prez's take.
For real?
For real.
I think he had to like take it down because he was getting shit on so bad.
No, like I get but the kid got hit in the helmet.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it might have gotten
first
skinned.
Base. Okay, you have a Williamsport trip on the line, and you're gonna go up and shake this kid's hand. Shake it after the game out of
No, you're right.
Say my bad. Don't do this in the middle of the game. Make it this whole drama thing. Go and play your game. You got a bunch of 12-year-olds, eating Cheetos, eating popcorn, getting ready for this moments like this.
I think I do agree. Prez was like, you got that kid frazzled out there. You take. I mean, if we were playing softball and that happened and the guy was crying on the mound, we wouldn't go hug him. So you're right.
I've cried
but that actually has happened.
I've cried in Little League Baseball when I was 12 years old. The kid was so rattled that he couldn't pitch anymore. They literally had to take him out because he couldn't pitch. I'm not even making fun of him because I cried when I was 12 years old too. But
what happened to you?
That's just
do you
saying.
Want to get it out? Do you want to have a little therapy session?
No,
what happened?
We're good. No, just tough game. Tough games happen, man.
Never cried in my life.
Yeah.
It sounds like you got some issues, Showtime. Everyone needs a good cry.
Yeah. You feel it coming, you just bottle it right up, stick it as far as it can go down. That's where it stays.
Can we talk about? I love when they come up to the plate and they're like. Well, one guy had like the fucking bat gloves were like,
oh my god, yeah,
lumberjack gloves, electric. Yeah, that's unreal.
He had the pure cowhide Wrangler gloves, and not only that, hit a fucking bomb right after.
I couldn't tell if it was fake or not. One of them had like favorite actress, like Alexis Texas.
I was just gonna say, I don't think that's fake. Christ. They say it. Those kids say it, and I don't know who even knows if ESPN. No, ESPN must know who that is.
They have to know who it is.
But what are you going to be like, kid? Pick someone different? He's it's my moment. Let me get what I want. That's my actress. Yeah. I'd say Rachel. We all know which Rachel Star, of course.
All right.
Shout out Rachel Star.
Ooh.
Would you be starting catcher? You got any Little League days?
Yeah, no, I was pitching.
Well, Little League memories,
yeah. Yep. I was good in Little League. I won MVP of the All-Star game one year. That was a big year for me.
There we go.
Jesus, that might be a highlight career in sports.
Now I'm on the back nine. Softball's done. Fucking season's over for the pub and Malachi's. Shout out. Yeah. I brought the Malachi's gear today. We're done, but not for the Steele and Nazz tourney that's coming in hot. We're coming for you, Nazz. We are coming to avenge our loss last year.
Also, I'm not a big softball guy. I'm thinking about playing this year.
Winners worry.
What team?
I don't know.
Winners worry about winning.
Spots?
Losers worry about winners.
Say that again.
Winners worry about winning. Losers worry about winners. That's what you just
That's
did.
a goddamn truth.
I didn't say we were worried about you at all.
You just said it.
I just said
You said it. You said
I did not say we were
said
worried.
you're coming.
I said we're coming for you. We're coming to get that fucking trophy that should have been ours.
I don't even know where it is.
did that-
I don't even know where it is right now.
We lost that game for fucking charity.
Lost the game for charity.
That is a fact. That's a fact.
Speaking of facts, Showtime Craig has a big time race this weekend.
I'm gonna come on over there. I'm gonna get on camera to explain what I got going on.
Ooh. Okay.
Get on in. You want me to move?
You sit right there. Got my mic right.
So a big time race this weekend up in Falmouth for Showtime Craig.
Yeah, just want to give an update. So it's probably coming up probably Friday, Thursday, whatever it is. So it's gonna be a few days from now. Sunday, August 21st, 10 a.m. Falmouth Road Race. My first road race ever. Running is absolutely one of the worst things of all time. People ask me if I'm going to keep doing it after. Maybe, no. Yeah, no. I am going to run more road races, but I'm not going to actively be training and running. I get my cardio done other ways. But, so I originally started with my 5 runners with a goal of $3,200. And I hit that goal within 3 days, so I ended up bumping my numbers up to 10 runners, and I changed my goal to $6,000. And this morning, as of, August 17th, I hit that goal. So officially double gold up. Hit my goal, paid for everyone to run. No one had to worry about anything. It was kind of streamlined, for the process, because that's how I wanted it to be. I paid for everyone's spots. I paid for all the fundraising, paid for all the food, paid for all the after parties, so no one had to worry about anything. You just got to show up and run. For next year, so I actually just got off the phone with PanCan, which is the Pancreatic Action Network. It's like the largest and most prestigious pancreatic research companies out there. This is actually their first run that someone's done for PanCan. So then after the race, I'm applying for an official partnership for the Falmouth Road Race. So then for that program, I'm going to start developing other runs across the country for pancreatic cancer, so anyone can sign up in the future. So for next year, for the Falmouth Road Race, this year was 10 runners. Next year, I'm going to do 100 runners for the Falmouth Road Race with a goal of $50,000. So
Kid just has helping people on his mind.
yeah, it's not for me. It's for other people. It's for the attention. Like I said, I'm actually starting another program through the pancreatic cancer for consultation on families and stuff that kind of going through the process that I had to deal with, and people that didn't have good role models or influences to get them through it. So that's one of the other programs I'm going to be starting soon with PanCan. But so next year, if anyone's interested in running 100 runners, it's going to be a challenge to get all those spots.
And how long is the race?
So the race is 7.2 miles. It's not a traditional 10K, which would be 6.2, 7.2, because the story goes Woods Hole in Falmouth. It's the ferry you take over to Martha's Vineyard. It's an association down at Woods Hole. So the last call is at 10 o'clock. So people used to go down to Woods Hole, drink with everyone from the islands, and then 10 o'clock would hit. Everyone would race back to Falmouth to try and catch the last call for 12 o'clock. So people weren't driving their cars, obviously, back in the day when it started 50 years ago. Whenever it was, 54 years ago. I think they've had a few lapses in the races. But, yeah, everyone would literally run to Falmouth for, the last hour run to go catch last call. So that's originally how it started. So
I'm going to clip this, but let's fucking go, Craig.
Come on.
Take the day today.
Yep. So
today.
If anyone wants to come, Sunday, big party down by the beach, a lot of beers, a lot of girls, summertime.
What
the boys to shots.
Crossing the finish line, you think you're going to be sprinting or just being I'm done now?
It depends, because I'm going to finish. Yeah, I'll probably finish strong. I'm not going to try and hurt myself, and because it's a downhill for the finish line. So you'd be fucking flying, and my legs are going to be exhausted. Also, my cousin's running with me, and my sister and my cousin,
nice.
The female one, ran last year, and they crossed the finish line together. So either one of us will wait for the other person, so we can kind of do that as a family together.
A little Showtime interview. Did your getting ready for boxing help out at all for this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was kind of already running before I even was getting ready for boxing. So, boxing was I was already working out for a year. I already been running for a couple months at that point. So I was all right, I'm in the best shape. I probably will be in the best of my life until I get stronger. We need a cough button for you, too. You got to get rid of that bronchitis.
Enough of the cigarettes, dude.
Yeah, he's running next year. I'm going to get his ass trained
No
next
way.
year.
I'll run.
You ain't doing shit.
I'll run. I will run.
Can't even walk.
Yeah, Jesus. I just want you to breathe.
Walked in.
I picked you up.
I would have kept going.
I would have given you a ride.
No, I told him I'd grab him.
I wanted to get a little walk in. It's good. Fresh air today.
It was gorgeous out.
Gorgeous
The
out.
summer break, that's the main thing is I thought Justin Hedgebetter, CEO, ran it a couple years ago, and he said that he had a long night, basically got like an hour and a half of sleep.
Oh,
He said he woke up the next morning, it was 98 degrees, and you could like cut the humidity with a knife. He's like, dude, it was the worst experience of my life, but thank God it's only going to be about 80 degrees. Humidity is a little high, but when we start, it'll probably be like 70, so nice little cool breeze.
84.
That's Braintree, though. Down by the water in Falmouth, it's a lot
little
cooler.
bit. That'll even be better. Probably 78.
Exactly,
Ooh.
especially with the breeze. Oh, yeah, it's going to feel a little cool. I'll be
go.
sweating, but it'll be nice.
Get
So.
the fans in the stands
Oh,
bringing
yeah.
you up a little bit.
So, I'm so also, if you want to come down to Falmouth, I'm not going to be wearing a shirt. So, letting the eagle fly.
Oh, yeah. Eagle fly.
Yeah, write my name across my belly in the cause and my Venmo, so if anyone still donate. I'm actually going to carry my dad the whole race, too, so my dad's ashes. Oh, yeah.
How are you doing that?
I was thinking about doing it above my head, which my arms would get pretty tired. So I'll probably finish with him above my head, and maybe start like the first mile above my head. But then I'll probably just carry him like a football, just fucking stiff
That's
arming
awesome.
people.
That's
Yeah.
unreal, man.
Yeah, so
Good for you.
So it's
that's
for-
great.
If Craig had his dad in his corner, I think he wins the fight.
oh yeah.
I think we just
No,
it was
we
discussed.
should have brought him.
No
we should have
brainer.
brought him.
No brainer.
And I also should have had Howlhead Monkey because I came an affiliate that week.
You know, I think you got knocked down because you didn't bring him. He
I
was-
know. Next time, I already told you I want to run it back with Blake. This isn't official yet, but I'm already prepared for
Let's
the next
go.
one.
Let's go.
So, Blake, you're hearing this.
And I got people coming for Curvels' ass. I do.
Not you, but
Hi, Mike.
No, but my corner is. I got my cornermen are. They want to pick them apart.
Dumbass kids who smoke cigarettes.
I don't
Yeah.
know, dude. Carlos has continued training. You saying he's been training with Bobby. I think he's trying to get like serious and maybe get a rough and rowdy spot or something.
Saw Bobby Lang last Friday night. A little four square, the landing there.
Yeah, I've seen him in there
A
before.
nice conversation with him. Great spot, by the way.
Did he say he's?
it all over?
We should get him on.
No, we just had a private conversation and hanging out. It was good.
Okay.
Actually, I blacked out. I blacked out for the first time this year that night. That was nuts.
Was it because of him?
No, just espresso martinis. Get it going.
We were the Martini boys there.
No. But their espresso martini was pretty good. You know, four square.
Give it a
They
rating.
do it up well. From what I remember, I think it was like 7.4. I was rough, dude. I had one of those times where you're sitting at the bar one moment, and that's next second you're waking up in your bed, man. That's tough.
Oh yeah, I've been.
night.
You know, I've been there.
Yeah.
But we need Bobby. So Rough and Rowdy's this Friday. Bobby won't be fighting. He dropped a nice video today, though. Oh my Jesus, that bag he was hitting looks like it was. Did you see that? That thing was getting fucking the shit beat out of it. He won't be fighting this week. Sounds like he's fighting again in December, from what he said, and either in Rough and Rowdy or Kings of Combat.
Yeah, we'll get it
We'll
back
have him back on. We'll watch the Rough and Rowdy fights this week, though.
Friday, right?
Friday night. There's some good ones. There's some good ones.
I think Scary Barry's fighting.
Scary Barry just announced today he's fighting. We're big Scary Barry guys. We'll have him on at some point. Who?
There's some good fights in Rough and Rowdy this weekend.
Any Kings of Combat guys?
Yeah. So Scary Barry and the American Ninja. So both guys have fought.
American Ninja, the one with the mustache.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Cat's
Yeah.
Pimpin'.
You got a fresh line.
We saw him at that Irish bar after your fight in Pravi. Remember that? We met him there for the first time. That was
He's a
fun.
good shit.
Great
Dude,
guy.
I can't believe he's a 3-time American Ninja Warrior champion. Like I didn't know that's where his name originally came from. That guy's a freak.
Big anime guy too, I think.
Gotta get him on the show.
We can get any of these. Yeah, we will. We'll get him. Obviously, we will. And we have to have Bobby on because if Bobby loses his next fight because we didn't do a traditional interview, like that's on us.
It is.
He can fully like fucking kick the shit out of all of us if he loses his next fight.
Well, he can anyways, but will he? Will he? Yeah.
He won't if we make sure he keeps winning by having him on this show.
That's true. Quick
Wrap it up.
Quick last plug: Steele and Nazz Softball Classic, September 24th. We got the flyers going around. Any sponsorship material getting on the backside of our. Just supporting the cystic fibrosis cause, man. It's what it's all about. Fuck the T-shirt.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
We're just charitable guys.
Charitable guys looking to help our community, help the people around us.
Yeah. Andrew Tate's a misogynist. Don't forget.
I don't know where that came from, but
That's what I've been telling girls recently. It's been working.
Nice.
yeah, come to the softball tournament. It was a great show last year. Going to be good again.
Craig's
wear
going to sing the
badge.
national anthem this year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Honestly, you probably should with that fucking tat.
Oh, say it. Yeah, I got it.
You would definitely. Hey, book him.
You're
Book
in.
him now.
Book him.
Book him.
Book him.
Book him. There was nothing better than when Todd Angeli showed up in like the middle of the day last year.
Everyone was buckled.
Everyone was like, "Is this really?" It was mid-game. He was like, "I got to do this now. Like, you got like 5. You got me here for 5. Like, get me down the
We
road."
always talk about it. James McManus was coming out of the porta potty, and all of a sudden, there goes Todd Angeli in a full suit. Going down. We didn't even have he had to do his step down if Faxon Park at all, and then we didn't even have a microphone for him. We're like, just sing, dude. Everyone will be quiet.
It was a beautiful moment. Goosebumps. Goosebumps. Did you boys have them? Definitely.
I was the next one to bat when he came back, and I was like, I have to get a hit here. I missed on the line drive, and then I had tears coming down. I'm like, this is an emotional moment.
I was recording.
Yeah, God was on. God
in
was.
his face.
God was on Team Nazz's fucking side that day, big time. And you can't beat the big man sometimes. You can't beat him. You can't beat him when you're a drunken asshole coach on the sidelines.
Or Dennis and Dan.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Oh, Jimmy.
That's what I meant by God. Yes.
God's in all of us.
Episode 89, Steele and Nazz. Great big shout out here to Hedge Better, sponsors, Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, Craig Kelly, my dude. I got to get in there, dude, putting on the pounds before skiing season, got to get it going.
I don't know. I told you look good the other day. You definitely lost some pounds.
All right, man. We'll see.
I weighed myself today, 215.
There we go.
First time since maybe sophomore year of high school.
Also, the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. I think he's going to be in the studio pretty soon as the NFL pick's going to be coming up. I know he's dying to come in for that, and I'm dying to have him too. I
He's
think
been on his work round recently.
it'd be good. We'll get the graphics going, of who's going to, pick the right picks this year, and I just hope Steele does better than his last year's Thursday night picks because those were rough.
That was insane. But thanks, guys.
That's all from Steele and Nazz.
Let it rip.
See you next week.
Peace. Good shit, boys. From a backhand, we didn't know what we were going to talk about.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good full episode.
I think that was a good transition.
It's chemistry.
Football early.
It's chemistry. Oh, no, once you said UFC.
Yeah, we were like,
in my head, I'm like, are we coming back? Are we coming back?
We didn't even say the Malcolm Butler thing. Did you say that?